Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Mitch. We're at Gear & More. Thanks for stopping in again, and if you're new to the channel, thanks for watching the video. Today we're going to go over the Realtree Edge 62-in-1 survival kit that we got in the February Steel to Reel subscription box. So this is a 62-in-1 emergency survival kit, obviously. Excuse me. You get the bag, a foldable knife, multi-mode metal LED flashlight, emergency whistle, emergency blanket, 10-in-1 stainless steel, multi-tool and Velcro case, portable wire saw, first aid tape, blue tourniquet, scissor, plastic tweezers, triangular bandage, PBT bandage, gauze pad, iodine prep pad, safety pins, cotton sticks, alcohol prep pad, and medium-sized bandage. So this is supposed to have multi-tool, survival, first aid, and emergency ready. So let's dive into what we get with the bag. So first off, we got the bag, big expansion, capable of putting a lot more in here. Decent size, pretty decent clip here in the front. Here is the flashlight. The clip holds very well. Just your standard kind of zoomable aluminum flashlight, Realtree branded. You got high, low, and strobe. I mean, it's robust. It'll definitely hold up to some wear and tear, I feel like. It runs off a AA battery. Was not included. Had to put my own in there. And I'm pretty sure it's a little brighter than this. I use a AA battery I found in my toolbox. So who knows how old that is. So, I mean, it very well could be a little brighter than this. I mean, it's not terrible. And like I said, it is zoomable. I don't know if you can see. So there's that. And there's all the way out. So goes from there to a spot to a flood, and just a little zoomable flashlight, not too bad. The bag itself feels pretty decent. It doesn't have like actual YKK zippers, but they are pretty heavy duty zippers. I have the flashlight in this little pouch right here. There's an expandable, and it's got a pouch for like a pen or something like that. Open up the main compartment. So, I mean, it opens up pretty good. Has an internal mesh pocket here. And on the inside, we've got a Realtree Edge emergency blanket, just standard Mylar blanket. Your run-of-the-mill wire saw with the keychain rings and fishing swivels. Nothing special there, but it does actually feel like it's got a little heft to it, so maybe. All right, and you've got an emergency whistle with a waterproof little cache system there. It does have a rubber O-ring, so it is waterproof. It is bright red, so if you drop it, you can probably find it. All right, and this is the comical part. This is the foldable knife. right here. So that's the folded, and that's the open. It's the blade. The blade's actually has a halfway decent edge on it. Bottle opener, and then you've got hex openers right there. This is comical, really. If you were out in the wilderness and you were dumb enough to go out there with no cutting utensil at all, that's better than nothing. But yes, that's pretty rough. And then next in that pocket, we've got the Multitool. So it does come with a nylon sheath Velcro belt loop on it. This is it. Surprisingly enough, it is spring assisted. So that was a lot more than I thought it would be. And on this, you've got a quote-unquote blade, a Phillips screwdriver, an awl, and a file on this side. On the other side, you've got a small saw, a bottle opener, sharpened awl, and your flathead and your bottle opener. Honestly, it's got a little heft to it. I mean, it feels like it might be pretty solid. And it's all stainless steel. I mean, I've seen a lot worse, for sure. And next is so that's it on that pouch. Next is so nothing else in there, but it does have a secondary sleeve there. First aid kit. And as you see, I haven't opened this up. We're all gonna go through this together. Maybe. There we go. All right. So this is, I believe, what they're calling the tourniquet. It's it's like a SWAT T tourniquet, I think, more or less. Just like a super stretchy band that you can tighten up as a tourniquet. Some standard cotton swabs, some pliers, and I know what you're saying. All you're thinking, none of this is sterile anymore. It wasn't sterile from the factory. I mean, you're gonna tell me that they were all in sterile gear, scrubbed up when they packed this? No. So, some tape, triangular bandage, sling, compression bandage. There's a ton of things you do with a triangular bandage. The PBT bandage, it's 5 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters, so just some gauze. Another one of those. Let's see. This is 4 iodine pads. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. 10 alcohol pads. Okay. Safety pins. Tons of uses for safety pins. I mean, this may be the most usable thing in the entire kit, honestly. So 4 absorbent gauze swabs. They feel like just your average, you know, the flat ones. 10 standard Band-Aids and a pair of scissors. So honestly, not a terrible first aid kit. As far as, you know, pre-packed first aid kit goes. Is it all-inclusive? No. I mean, like the tourniquet. Come on. But, you know, in a pinch, if you don't have anything else, that's better than nothing, really. I mean, all of this is better than nothing. So, what we're going to do is a little kit bash survival, and we're going to add to this first aid kit. So you got all this stuff. We're just going to push it to the side, and then bring out the stuff we're going to add to it. So first off, we're going to add 2 1-quart baggies for waterproofing any of the stuff and water collection. And these are for water collection, go along with the aqua tabs. So 2, 4, 6, 8. You got 10 aqua tabs, that's 10 liters. So that's 10 of these with the aqua tabs. Is it ideal? No, but we're also trying to fit it into a survival kit. So this is about as good as we're gonna get on that end. Next, so me personally, fire is my number one, next to water, is my number one survival task, however you want to say it, because I can stave off hypothermia with fire. I have to have fire to purify water if I do not have these. I can use fire to harden material, to make a shelter. I can use fire to, fire to next fire mentality. I can use this fire to make char cloth for the next fire. Stuff like that. So I have several fire starting things that I'm going to add to this. First off is the Real Tree ferro rod and striker. So, compact little piece of kit right here. Throws off pretty good sparks. People start a fire pretty easy with that. UCO storm matches. Tried and true windproof matches right here. Everybody knows how awesome these things are. Those are going in there as well, and they've got a little piece of cotton at the top for some tinder. Quick Survive fire starter. 750 degrees for, they say 10 minutes. I've seen 6, I've seen 8, I've seen 5. Just kind of depends on the situation, I guess. But throw this in here. You start it with the matches. You start it with a ferro rod. Even if it's soaking wet, like it's sitting in water, you can start this. A piece of UCO tinder. Scrape this as 2 blocks. Scrape this up a little bit. Hit it with ferro rod. Starts right up. Fresnel lens. We all know how that works. Yes, you have to have the sun. That's why it is a backup, not a primary. And then, as far as popsicle stick with jute around it. Jute's a great fire starter, obviously, and the popsicle stick is wood. Shave it down. There you go. And if you are in a very cold environment and you lose dexterity in your hands, it is very difficult to use any of these objects to start fire. So I've got a hot hands in here just to get your hands warmed up so you can use them. You can use the ferro rod, you can use the matches, you can grab them, you know, you have some dexterity in your fingers. This is a multi-use object. Duct tape, flame extender. You could bundle up your tinder all together with this. Medical, gear repair, anything. I mean, hundreds of uses for duct tape, and it's wrapped around a piece of cardboard, which can obviously be used for tinder. Next, empty one of these. That way, I mean, this is just kind of a luxury thing, or not luxury, but you know, whatever. If you find some tinder or anything like that, you can throw it in here, keep it dry. It's a little dry thing. Cordage, about 15 foot of cord is set up on a quick deploy ridgeline setup. Next is this is from Grim Survival. This is this is from Ready Man. Medical EDC card. You got some needles, pliers, a file, a little saw, sutures. These hold like first bandages, stuff like that. Self-adhesive wrap, first aid, once again. Sticks to itself, is stretchy. It's just a good, you know, compression tool. Next is it's a little fishing kit. So on here we've got some 10-pound test, a wire leader with a swivel on it, a small bell weight, and I don't know what I did with the hook. There's a hook in here somewhere, I promise. There it is. Hook, it's a little bit big, but you know, big hook, big fish, you know, eat better, I guess, you know, whatever. I could use a little smaller one, but this is the one I had on hand, so that's where I'm at. Start off the cutting tools, a scalpel blade for if you do catch that fish, you can process the fish. And then the main cutting blade in this whole thing, throwing away that folding knife, benchmark, flipper, super sharp blade, sharp 90-degree spine, throws sparks like no other. Pretty robust little pocket knife that it'll be able to do most tasks for you. Then I just got a couple. Next up, I just have a couple rubber bands. You know, just throw those in there just for shits and giggles, basically. And then last but not least, an emergency whistle. It is a survival kit, and the key to a survival kit is to be rescued. So solid little whistle, super loud. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to add to this kit. The first aid kit was not too bad. There was a couple things in the actual survival kit that weren't too bad. The multi-tool felt pretty decent. The Mylar blanket, obviously, and the flashlight didn't seem too bad. So this is what I'm adding to it. Hopefully you never have to use this, but you never know. So that's where we're at on this. And thanks for stopping by, guys. Be sure to like and comment on the video if you're already a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel. This is the kind of stuff we do: unboxing, survival kits, bushcraft, backpacking, woodworking, tool reviews, all kinds of stuff. So please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.